I'm so excited to share with everyone our company, MySwimPro, and how we're helping people in over 180 different countries improve their performance and health by delivering a personalized coaching experience at a fraction of the cost of hiring a personal coach. Now, the biggest challenge that swimmers face today is accessing a personalized training program. You see, 90% plus of swimmers actually do it on their own. And if you want to hire a personal coach, it's super expensive. This is not like going into an LA Fitness or a Lifetime and hiring a personal coach. That's easy. In swimming, it's much, much more difficult. And when you factor in that there's over 26 million people in the United States alone who are swimming on their own, we can see how big this problem really is. Now, of the 26 million people, obviously not all of them are competitive swimmers, but of those, over 9 million are actively pursuing some kind of a fitness goal, doing it more than 50 times per year. And the way we solve this problem for all of these people is through our mobile and wearable applications. You download the app in the App Store, and you can get a personalized training program that you can then sync to a smartwatch, whether it's the Apple Watch, Fitbit, Garmin, Wear OS by Android. Now, this delivers an incredible experience, and it was named by Apple as the best app of the year for the Apple Watch across all app categories. We also deliver this incredible experience through triathlon, which we're getting into in 2019. We launched a triathlon tracking application, and in just a few weeks, we're launching a triathlon training app that serves the same value proposition that we do in swimming. Now, the value prop is getting this personalized workout. So whether your goal is to lose weight or cross the finish line at your very first triathlon, having that personalized coach right there on your wrist is absolutely amazing. And that's the value that we deliver. Quick shout out to all the athletes that we've helped in this community of ours globally. I mentioned earlier, it's 180 different countries, and it's amazing the stories that these people are sharing inside of our application and on social media. Now, this is how we've been able to grow the platform since we launched. We started monetizing in 2016, and we've averaged about 12% per month in paying subscribers. And this is hopefully not going to slow down and only accelerate as we continue to build out our features, our partnerships, and our paid acquisition strategy. Now, most of our subscribers actually come organically and through word of mouth. We have a number of partnerships that I mentioned, including Strava, the Global Swim Series. We're the official training app for the country of Canada Masters. And we were also featured in Apple CEO Tim Cook's keynote address when they launched the Apple Watch, which was pretty cool. And we continue to build on those relationships that are helping us scale. Now, the success stories are what make that makes this everything. So I have a few team members here. One of them I want to give a shout out to. That's Michael Alon in the top corner, lost 100 pounds. Give a shout out, give a round of applause. While Mike's story is absolutely incredible, right? I mean, how many people do you know have done something like that? But he's just one of many in our community, and to see that kind of impact is absolutely incredible. Now, I mentioned paid acquisition, a number of different channels and how we're growing. We acquire most of our audience organically, word of mouth. We have an outstanding product and people are sharing it within their community. We have paid channels, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, advertising. Just last week we passed 100,000 followers on our Instagram account, and as we build our content marketing machine that's obviously working in swimming, as we expand into triathlon, we'll look to do the same thing there as well. And I mentioned our team, so we actually have 3 other team members here. So we have Mike, Adam, and Paige in the house, and we finished last year with only 4 full-time team members. So we're extremely capitally efficient, we're profitable, we're still profitable, and as we look to build out the team, and we're hiring, so check out positions, keep in contact with us. And as we build out the team, the goal is still to remain capitally efficient, and we essentially have bootstrapped this business, which I think is actually pretty unique given our traction to date. We've taken on a little bit of outside funding. In 2017, we did an equity crowdfunding campaign where we raised $130,000 from 137 investors. And the reason why I'm presenting to all of you today is because we're actually running a second campaign that is actually live right now on wefunder.com. So if you go to wefunder.com/MySwimPro, you can join one of over 200 investors who have already contributed to this company, and some of them are actually sitting in this room. And it's really amazing to be able to open up our community, open up our company to the community, and to have investors from all over the world. We have in this campaign over 100 investors from 20 different countries, and you can come in for as little as $500. And with that, I'd love to open it to Q&A. Thank you for your time. Yes?
So my question is, how do you ensure that people are kind of following the protocol of the training programs and coaching and such, especially given that in other wearable platforms like Fitbit and all that, there's very low engagement on the terms that the company wants. People basically use it as a fancy watch. The engagement is very, very like thin, population. So I'm just kind of wondering if you've kind of thought about that, any strategies to overcome that challenge.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, people have all these smart watches that are kind of lying around that they may have bought like a Fitbit a few years ago and it's kind of useless now potentially. So for us, we don't really focus on the hardware. We focus on how can we help the swimmer with whatever hardware that they happen to have. So let's say it's the Apple Watch, let's say it's the Fitbit. We focus on delivering an outstanding coaching experience, and we want to be device agnostic. So we'll let Apple spend who knows how much building the Apple Watch, and then we'll build the software that can leverage that technology. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we're App of the Year, because it's like a truly good use case of actually having a wearable technology to have it at the pool, because you're not going to take your smartwatch or your smartphone into the water. You might not have it on the side of the pool. So to have like the coach on your wrist is a really good value prop. But even, a lot of people don't have a smartwatch who are using our application, because the value prop is coaching, and you can do that through any medium. So when I launched the company, the Apple Watch didn't exist. So it was all about delivering this coaching through a mobile device, and now we look at technology as a way to help people in ways that they couldn't do it before. So now it's mobile and wearable first, whereas before it was, we're a mobile first company, we're a wearable first company, is the way we think about it now.
How useful is your app if people don't want to wear a watch while they're swimming? Is that like a big portion of swimmers?
No, so actually a lot of people, majority of people who are using our app, free or paid, don't have a smartwatch. So you can download the application, get set up on a training program, and as silly as it sounds, a lot of people actually will export the workout to a PDF, and they'll print it out and throw it on a kickboard and put it on the side of the pool. So we're at the University of Michigan, if you go to their varsity team, you're going to see sheets of paper all over the pool deck, and that's the workouts for all the swimmers. So it sounds archaic, but that's actually how a lot of people are doing it right now, and I think the smartwatch is just kind of the next step of where that's going to go.
Right here.
Then what is the added value of having a smartwatch? Because I downloaded the app because I would want to swim at 3 and never advance beyond that. So
all right.
I'm curious to know what should I buy a smartwatch?
Yeah, so that's a great question. If you want to not print the PDF, if you want to have the workout on your wrist and have real-time analytics, so one thing that's really cool, just for example, if you go do your workout, okay, I'm going to go 200 meters freestyle. That's great. So do the 200 meters freestyle. Without the smartwatch, you're not going to know your heart rate. You're not going to know how fast you went. We have haptic feedback for all the different wearables that are telling you when you should go. And that's, I think having the analytics and also having the coach on your wrist is a huge value prop of why a smartwatch is a good thing to have, but it's not required. But it's definitely a plus.
Right here.
2 questions. I guess, so who's your target audience? Athletes or actual people like me?
That's a great question. Yeah, so our target market are people between the ages of 25 and 45 who are actively pursuing some kind of a fitness goal. So it wouldn't be like a professional swimmer or a teenage swimmer. It'd be anyone in this room who is pursuing swimming as a fitness activity. Maybe on the competitive end of that, it's people like myself or who are competing in a master's competition or doing crazy open water swims. On the other end, it's people who never swam growing up, but they're picking it up as an adult because it's a good way to stay in shape.
Back.
Do you have any data on the average amount of time that you retain customers based on your subscription model?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for our business, subscription, software as a service, retention is everything. And so I have our fancy paid subscriber growth. So obviously we're acquiring more subscribers than we're losing. From a churn perspective, we have about 80% retention on a monthly basis, but we have a monthly and yearly offering, and about 70% of our subscribers are actually paying for a year rather than a month. So the unit economics are way better for us in terms of lifetime value. So right now we're looking at a $200